Hello and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV. I thought we'd do some benchmark stuff today and have a look at character creation. You'll see that I've got Meoni in here. This was actually very simple to do if you're wondering how I managed to get Meoni in here. It's basically just a case of dragging your character data from your retail version of the game into your benchmark folder next to where you actually run the exe, and then you'll be able to load it up in character creation. You'll just simply go to character creation, load appearance data, and boom, we have ourselves the Seeker of the Sun. So there we go, simple as that. Of course you can just create your own character, and actually if you create a character and then choose the save slot, so you've got your pre-made Midlander there, Dirtplander, you choose your character, then go out of this, you can actually run the benchmark test with your own character. It will come in the default job gear, unfortunately, the level 1 stuff, but it is kind of cool and adds a little bit of personalization if you want to see what your character would look like in Endwalker. Of course, you know, seeing yourself fighting against Xenos is quite fun. But yeah, today we're going to be looking at the character creation in general. I thought that would be pretty cool. Of course, you can swap between gear sets as well if you want to, just to let you know if that was something. You can also put on the level 90 gear. So if you wanted to take a picture of your character in the level 90 gear, you totally can do for Paladin. Obviously, there is no other classes on there at the moment because it's just a benchmark. So let's go and create a character. Now you'll be aware that in this, we finally gain access to male Viera. We've got female Viera in the retail game, and with 6.0 we're getting male Viera. There doesn't appear to be any different write-up for them, but you'll notice immediately as we drag between the two of these that male Viera are a lot shorter. That is by design, especially if you put small clothes on here. It's even more noticeable. So we'll go in here. So just to show you, actually, a female Viera, Ravas are like the tallest, comes to 191.4 centimeters. That's the tallest female Viera, and the shortest female Viera is 178.8. So even the shortest Viera, 178.8 or 191, and if we go back, change that to males there, you'll notice that we'll choose Rava as well. And then the tallest that you can be is 186.5 centimeters. Not even close. And the shortest is 172.2. So if you had the smallest Viera male next to a Viera female, yes, it definitely looks like the female Viera is interested in Snoo Snoo. I think that's a fair comparison. One thing I did notice immediately is with the small clothes on, as opposed to gear, you'll notice that their posture is a little bit different than what we might be used to and what people might want to see. Just to compare that to the female Viera's posture. So there you go, there's the female posture, which is a nice straight back for the most part. Large hips, obviously, good shoulders, nice broad, but definitely looks like a 90-degree angle. And then the male versions have this thing where the crotch seems to come out, their butt sort of goes in, they seem to be pushing out their stomach, and they're also slouching a little bit. So I don't know what's going on with this particular posture. It looks a little bit unusual for me personally, and if people don't think that this is a big deal, when you actually put gear on, you're going to actually start to see gear actually protrude a little bit because of where the character is. It also means that your character is going to look like it has less of an ass. So I don't know if that's going to be everyone's cup of tea. I don't know if this is the final version that they're going to go with, but personally, the first thing I noticed was the arched back, which was, it seems a little bit unusual, but I'm sure that's just by design. I'm sure we'll get used to it. But yeah, and of course you can choose to see the emotes of male Viera by clicking on the unique button. That will cycle through different animations and stuff as we go. I thought that might be good to know. Just to reiterate though, with the posture situation, you'll notice that every other male character, so Hyears have got straight back, Elizan straight back, Lalafell straight back, Makote have a slight bit similar actually, but much straighter back They are protruding a little bit at the stomach. Rogadin have a straight back. Aura have a straight back. Hrothgar have a straight back. But Viera, yeah, they're definitely very similar to male Makote, aren't they, in that respect? But as you can see, the difference is quite drastic. The back certainly pops out, pops in a lot more. This would be incredibly painful to walk around like, by the way. But there we go. We'll stop moaning about it and we'll get to character creation now. So we're going to choose between Rava and Veena. Veena obviously are the lighter skinned, more fair skinned, and have lighter skin options, tones, and obviously hairstyle options as well. So we'll go for a Rava first, just go through some random creations just to show you. We're going to create the tallest Viera we physically can. I thought that would be... No, actually, let's go for the shortest bunny boy possible. And we'll go from there. So first of all, we've got skin color options, and because we're a Rava, that's pretty much the lightest skin color we can get, which is still quite light, isn't it? And then we've got the darkest down here, which looks awesome, actually. I quite like that. I'm not sure why the helm is still on, regardless of small clothes being ticked or not. But there we go. Kind of cool, actually. I quite like that. We have ourselves also mid-tones. So let's go with, middle of a road sort of colour. In the middle somewhere. And let's try out the hairstyles. So there are 17 hairstyles for Viera off the bat. The first one then looks pretty good. This actually comes with the headpiece. I didn't realise that before. So this is the hairstyle with the headpiece. So the second one in then from the bottom, we have this hairstyle with the braids down the centre there of the back and also either side. Looks pretty cool. We have ourselves a little quiff type thing going off here. I quite like this one. This is probably one of my favourites out of the list. Very cool options. I do like that extra bit of hair at the front actually. It's quite nice, isn't it? Then we got ourselves this guy, sort of windswept back at the sides. This is pretty much the same as with the helmet on, isn't it, basically? Just without the helmet. Then we've got one with a fringe, same hairstyle but with fringe. So really, 3 of those hairstyles already are exactly the same hairstyle, just with slight differences. So if you count those 3 as individual hairstyles, I suppose, that's... Me personally, I think that runs it down to 15 hairstyles, but there we go. These are pretty much the same as well, so we have one without feathers, one with feathers. Looks kind of cool. Slightly longer hair, actually. Slightly longer. And then we have this one up here, with those sort of like short bits at the side, sort of gelled back. We have one with part of the helmet on. I'm not a fan of having helmets in character creation. I personally like to have helmets and hats on my characters, personally, when I have that option. I think they'd probably get in the way, wouldn't they? This particular hairstyle is sort of like wavy at the sides. Pretty cool. We have this, which has this kind of like... I don't know what that is going on at the back there. Half wavy. This one's kind of like straight cut. I quite like that one. Very nice. Again, quite a short hairstyle. Hairstyle number 1 then is sort of very similar to the bottom ones. But this is more like covering the eyes sort of thing. So if you're the sort of person who wants that kind of fringe covering the eyes, then you can do that. Or you can split it apart, because hairstyle 2 is the same, just with a split fringe. Hairstyle 3 seems to be your generic short hairstyle that you see on most races. And then we have basically the same hairstyle again, just with a parting, central parting. And then we've got this one with a ribbon, which is unique, isn't it? Definitely very unique. Not sure I like that hairstyle, personally. But it's nice to see a ribbon. And I think that's where we're up to, isn't it? So really, as much, if I'm being critical, those 2 are the same. Those 2 are the same, just with different options. Yeah, there's not really 17 unique different hairstyles. There's 17 unique cuts of similar hairstyles. So yeah, me personally, I would probably go for something like that. That just looks really epic to me, personally. For hair colours then, pretty much you've got the same range as you ordinarily would have. You've got your highlights as well. So for Viera, you can do some really cool stuff with the ears, can't you? Like have white-tipped ears, and then have like black hair. That's kind of cool. Or what I used to do was have red hair, right? That's not a very good red, actually. Oh, we can go for pink, though. We can pink hair with white tips. That's quite cute, isn't it? I suppose we'll go with that. And we've got our face options. 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically we've got generic, but looks pretty cool, right? He means business. He's been hunting. Deer in headlight. Confused Bun Bun. And number 4, which is... I don't even know how to respond to that. The sideburns are pretty epic though, aren't they? It's kind of like the joke preset, personally, with those colour options. But I'm sure you could make it look good. But the difference between I'm going to protect my village and I'm going to write a book about protecting my village. And then this person's like, I don't want to protect my village. And this one's like, really? That sounds interesting. So that's the differences, in my opinion. We'll go with hairstyle. We'll go for the 4th face. It does affect the ears as well, which is actually joined to the face. Just slightly, look, where they're just slight positional differences. Only slight, though. For the most part, they are connected to just the ear section. So we've got ourselves the jaw type here, which makes them sort of slender, very slender, or a bit chubby. I'd go for a chubby cheeks any time of the day, personally. Eye type, so we've got sultry. Yeah, I think we might have to go for sultry number 5. Yeah, we're going to go for sultry number 5, or it's either sultry or I can't find my reading glasses. We'll definitely go for that. It's like me when I get up in the morning. Where did I put my glasses? That's basically what I look like, only without the pink hair. Eye colours then, we can have odd eyes, of course, why not? Why not have odd eyes? Should we go for 1 white and 1 black eye? No, it doesn't look right, does it? We'll go for a blue. I can't really see the colour of the eyes. It's so hard to see from this. A blue and a pink. Let's do that, whatever. For our eyebrows, we've got 5, which is like, okay, bushy and pointed. Much more angry Bun Bun, passive Bun Bun, and intrigued. I think we'll go for bushy and angled. Got some nose options here, number 5, number 4. I think their nose options are very subtle, aren't they? Subtle changes. It makes a lot of characters look quite similar. Mouth type. We could have big lips, big puckery lips, or we could go for narrows. Could probably go for the narrows. And we can change the lip colour. Of course we can. Like you can on pretty much anything. I think it would be hilarious to have a very light coloured lipstick on this fella. Why not, right? Why not? Should we go for... Have we got a pink? Can we go pink? Yeah, there we go. Right. And then we've got ear shape. So we have all of the usual ear shapes you're used to. So this is number 4. We have 1 which is like, I just got struck by lightning. We've got 2, happy bunny. We've got 3, perky bunny. And number 4, average Joe Bun Bun. Personally, I quite like happy bunny, but probably go for... I've always liked the tufty bits at the top of the ears. I don't like straight cut ears like this. It just looks a little bit too unrealistic. Yeah, here you go. Look at awesome. Absolutely awesome. So his ears, I want them to be like radar dishes, as tall as possible, so you can see him coming. And then we're going to go for facial features. So for the facial features, we can have this face and we can take off his sideburns. And he looks a lot better for that, in my opinion. But if you want to put his beard back on, his sideburns, little goatee. No, it's a little goatee look. That looks good. Bit of depth to his eyebrows, like a little bit of extra depth. And then some darkness behind his eyes, bit of eyeliner or whatever. Yeah, looking good. For tattoos, obviously the first tattoo is just basically applying more darkness. Actually, does that? Oh no, it takes it away. Interesting. Why does that take that away then? We'll keep it like that. And then we can have facial markings. Of course, you can change the colour of tattoos, as you normally can with any other race in the game. I'm going to just give him a nice pink tattoo there. And some face paint to go with that. Let's see, what can we do? We can put a butterfly in his cheek that you can't really see. We can make him Scotland. And let's see. Well, I quite like the idea of having What can we have those? How pale can we... Oh, we can make those nice and dark. So if we did like a red colour... Oh, wow, the pink. Let's go for a blue, maybe? I don't know. I don't really mess around with paint colours that much. Let's see. Face paint options. We could have a little butterfly. Or stars. Or... don't know what that's supposed to be on his head. Why does it look like he's got a wine glass on his head? I feel like I need some wine now. There you go, look. Oh, that's cool, actually. I like that. We'll go with that. And then his voice options, we've got... or we've got... That's someone who's just stubbed their toe. Number 12 is... He just stubbed his entire leg by the sounds of that one. What's 7? What about laughing? Oh my god, number 2. Might have to go with number 2. We're gonna go with number 2 for the bun. Alright, and then we'll put in here generic, awesome, stylish, Viera, Mun. There we go. Look at that. Now we can look what he looks like in various different armor. So, of course, what you can do, like I said earlier, is you could import your character. But what you can also do is, when Endwalker comes out, you could basically get the file that you've created here and drag that into your character creation stuff in the files, and then load it in character creation in the retail game when it's out. That's going to be so cool, right? It's going to be really cool. So what does he look like in Dreadworm? Oh, look at that! It's got the unicorn horn and everything going on there. They look pretty cool in gear, don't they, actually? Still a little bit slumped forward, though, you'll notice, look, with the gear. Creates a little bit of a beer belly, perhaps, or something like that. Not really sure how else to describe it. Level 70 stuff. Yeah, see, look, they've got this weird sort of bulge. This weird sort of slanty bit. I'm not sure what that's about. That looks awesome, doesn't it? That looks really cool. Let's see. Yeah, you can definitely see it there. The race-specific gear, less so. Ironworks? Yeah, you can see it there, can't you? You can see the slanted back. Just doesn't look that healthy for the character, does it? It looks like he's shoving his crotch out there a little bit. But there we go. That's the Rava, and basically the Viera is basically the same thing. You know, at the end of the day, it's just obviously you have yourself much lighter options. We make a nice tall one. And the skin tones are a lot brighter, obviously a lot lighter skin tones, even in normal daylight situations. Look, a lot paler. You can make like a vampire bun, basically. Go supremely white skinned, like there's no red blood cells in this guy's body at all. And some people would love that probably for the RP. I do think personally that the Viera males look a lot more attractive. Being a straight individual myself, you know, I still find that a much more attractive facial sort of setup. Look at that hair. Actually reminds me a little bit like the Warrior of Light with that hair, strangely. Do like that. Yeah, some nice options. I think they're definitely my favourite out of the two. Let's see, what does he look like with like solid black hair? That looks awesome, doesn't it? Looks really cool. Quite feminine, but you know, that's never a bad thing anyway, in the first place, in my opinion. No, it has to be Face 1, I think. Face 4 is awesome, actually, on these. Yeah, Face 1 is like, I am going to crush your entire family sort of face. I like that. He just needs red fangs. Oh, let's go with a gaunt look. Interesting. I'm having a lot of fun here. More fun than I expected. Yes, it has to be the sort of closed eyes, like, I am not interested in you. No, we keep the small pupils and then have black eyes, perhaps? Yeah, now this looks cool. Actually, I quite like the bushiness a little bit more. Oh yeah, this is a really cool character. I like this. quite like the flat mouth. Give him some black lips there. Oh yeah, now he's ready for a festival, isn't he? Nice. I think he needs like short ears, really. Yeah, those are probably the best, yeah. I think this is the first time I'm actually thinking about a short bun. Yeah, that's quite cool, actually. And in terms of facial features, we need as much mascara and eyeliner and stuff as physically possible. And then, can we fit... Oh, wow, what is that? Look at that facial feature. They get, like... whatever those are. It looks like corruption spreading across his face. Make that black... Oh, that is amazing, actually. I know it's probably hair, right? But that looks amazing. I quite like this, actually. Quite like this character. It's pretty badass. And then what we can do is we can put, like, that on, and then put that dark black. Look at that. All he's missing is, like, a Cradle of Filth t-shirt, and he's pretty much done. Then we give him the darkest voice. Rah! Rah! Or maybe not that one. No, that's Titus. They're getting younger. Oh, that could be close. Okay, that's pretty good, actually. Yeah, number 6 is definitely a mood, isn't it? Oh, dear. In terms of the hairstyle, though, hair colour rather, we could probably go for some better looking highlights. Maybe some purple. Oh, yeah. Some deep purple. Look at that. That looks pretty cool. I like that. This might be the first Viera that I'm actually, I like the look of. I like the female ones, but the male ones weren't my cup of tea when I first saw them, but that looks really cool. That's a really cool character. Ah, nice. Well, there we go. There's something for everybody, honestly. The character creation stuff isn't bad, is it? I just wish there was more hair. But you know my opinions on that from other videos. But that's not to say that I don't like them, as I've just proven, but I actually really like them. What does he look like in his level 90? Oh yeah, he's looking sick, actually. Get the augmented version of this, dye it black. We're sorted. That looks awesome, actually. He does look like a cool character. There's all sorts of gear I have in mind for that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to save that and probably use that as a default for one of my alts in the future. But let me know what you think about the character creation. If you haven't had a go on it yet and you wanted to have a look at some of the features, hopefully this video answered that, but also at the same time, I'm pretty hyped that, you know, male Viera are coming very soon, and I'm excited to see a timeline on Twitter full of people making them. It's very cool, but hopefully they address some of the other issues that I personally have with them in the future sometime, because that would be nice to have more options for what we have. Anyway, much love, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for watching whatever this was, and I'll see you all next time.